Hello dear students, welcome to all. Today we are going to start new chapter and that is quadratic equations. And students, this is the fourth chapter of class 10 and in this lecture we will discuss about standard form of quadratic equation and roots of quadratic equations. So students, without wasting time, let's start today's lecture. Now students, in chapter 2, that is polynomial, we study about the polynomial. What is the polynomial? Polynomial, let we represent polynomial as px and it is an x to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 up to a0. And here this an minus 1 up to a0 all r belongs to real number and an minus 1 all are the coefficient and this a0 is a constant value. And students, if you talk about the exponent of this variable, that is n, then this is whole number. This should be whole number if this expression is a polynomial. Clear? We discuss all about the polynomial in chapter 2. So now if we equate this polynomial equals to 0, if we equate a polynomial equals to 0, it becomes equation. When we equate a polynomial to 0, it becomes equation. Clear? So you have studied different types of polynomial and the one type of polynomial is quadratic. Quadratic polynomial is what? When degree of polynomial is 2, then it is quadratic polynomial. And when we equate quadratic polynomial to 0, it becomes quadratic equation. It becomes quadratic equation, and when we equate polynomial to 0, we get a quadratic equation. Clear? So students, this is basic introduction what is the quadratic equation. So let's start the history of quadratic equation. Many peoples believe that Babylonians were the first to solve quadratic equations. Many peoples believe that Babylonians are first to solve quadratic equations. For instance, they knew how to find two positive numbers with a given positive sum and the given positive product, and this problem is equivalent to the solving a quadratic equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Clear? Now after the Babylonians, the next is Euclid, and Euclid is from Greek society. So Greek mathematicians Euclid, and we already study about the Euclid in the chapter Introduction to Euclid Geometry. He is the father of geometry. So now he developed a geometrical approach to solve quadratic equations. So Greek mathematician Euclid developed a geometrical approach for finding out length, which in our present day terminology are solution of quadratic equation. Clear? Now after the Greek mathematicians, solving of quadratic equation in general form is often credited to ancient Indian mathematicians. Okay, so let's talk about the Indian mathematicians who developed two approach to solve quadratic equations. So Brahmagupta at the time of CE 598 to 665 gave an explicit formula to solve a quadratic equation of form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Clear? Later Sridharacharya at the time of CE 1025, he is the Sridharacharya. He born in 870 AD and died in 930 A. Derived a formula now known as the quadratic formula. He derived a formula which is known as Sridharacharya formula or quadratic formula for solving a quadratic equation by the method of completing square. And students, he is known as Bhaskara II. He is known as Bhaskara II. Now, after this, an Arab mathematician Al-Khwarizmi, we introduce Al-Khwarizmi in the starting of chapter polynomial. About CE 800 also studied a quadratic equation of different types. Abraham Bar Hia Ha Nasi in his book. Okay, and Liber Embedrom, published in Europe in CE 1145, gave a complete solution of different quadratic equation. So this is all about the history of quadratic equation. Students, now let's start our chapter, that is quadratic equation. And students, in this chapter we will study about the quadratic equations and various methods to solve quadratic equations, and after this we study about some application of quadratic equation in our daily life, and these problems are known as word problems. We already discussed word problems in linear equations, so now we also discuss word problems which can be solved by quadratic equations. Clear? So now let's talk about quadratic equation. What is the quadratic equation? A quadratic equation in the variable x is an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real number and a should not equals to 0. Students, as I already discussed that if we have a quadratic polynomial px, and the standard form of quadratic polynomial is what? Ax square plus bx plus c. This is the standard form of quadratic equation. Now, if this px becomes 0, or we can equate this equation 0, then ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is the standard form of quadratic equation. Okay. Now, here a should not equals to 0, because if a equals to 0, then it becomes a linear equation, and this a, b, c all are belongs to real number. Clear? So this is the basic introduction to quadratic equation. Now let's talk about the some examples. For example, 2x square plus 3x plus 6 equals to 0. This is the example of quadratic equation, or we can say x square equal to 0. This is also example of quadratic equations. Clear? Now after this, let's move to the next, and the next is quadratic equations arise in a several situation in the world around us and in different fields of mathematics. Let us consider a few examples. Let's move to the some examples. We have to represent the following situation mathematically. Okay, and the first example is John and Jayanti together have 45 marbles. John and Jayanti together have 45 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the marble number of marble they now have is 124. We would like to find out how many marbles they had to start with. Okay, that means we have to find the number of marbles at the starting. So let number of marbles John have. Number of marble John have is x, and number of marble Jivanti have, it is equals to y. Clear? Now according to question, they together have 45 marbles. They together have 45 marbles. That means x plus y is equals to 45. This is equation 1. Clear? Now both of them lost 5 marble each. Initially they have x and y marbles. Now both of them lost 5 marbles each. So now they have Now they have x minus 5 and y minus 5 marble. But it is given that the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. So according to question we can write x minus 5 multiply by y minus 5 is equals to 124. It is equals to 124. And when we solve this, what will we get? X multiply by y minus 5x minus 5y plus 25 is equals to 124. Clear? Now when we solve this, it becomes xy minus 5 x plus y plus 25 equals to 124. Okay, and from this equation 1 we can write y is equals to 45 minus x. So it is x multiplied by 45 minus x. Clear? Now minus 5, the value of x plus y is equals to what? It is equals to 45. So replace the value of x plus y plus 25 equals to 124. When we solve this, what will we get? 45x minus x square minus 225 minus 225 plus 25 equals to 124. And when we solve this, what will we get? This is equals to minus x square plus 45x. This is minus 25 minus 225 and plus 25. It becomes minus 200. And when we transfer this 124 this side, it becomes minus 124. So it is equals to minus 324. It becomes minus 324 equals to 0. So now student, finally we get a quadratic equations for this information. This is a quadratic equation. Now when we solve this quadratic equation, we get the value of x, and the value of x is what? Value of the x is number of marbles John have initially. So by solving this we can find the value of number of marbles. But here we only represent the following situations mathematically. Okay. In next class we study about the solution of equations. Okay. So students, let's move to the next example, and the next example is a cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. A cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. The cost of production of each toy was found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. Clear? Now, on a particular day, the total cost of production was 750 rupees. We would like to find out the number of toys produced on that day. But here we have only represent this situation mathematically. First of all, let's assume let the number of toys produced that day is equals to x, and cost of each toys is equals to y. Clear? Now it is given that the cost of production of each toy was found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. So according to question, according to question, it is given that the cost of production of each toy, that is x, that is y. So y is equals to 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. So 55 minus x. Okay, it is 55 minus x. So now let this is equation 1. Clear? Now, on a particular day, the total cost of production was 750. Total cost of production. Total cost of production, and the total cost of production is what? Total cost of production is equals to number of toys multiplied by cost of each toy. Then it is equals to number of toy is x and the cost is y. Clear? Now y is what? Y is 55 minus x, so it is equals to 55 minus x, and it is given that the total cost is 750, so it is equals to 750. So when we solve this, what will we get? We will get 750 is equals to 55x minus x square. Okay, or we can write it as x square minus 55x plus 750. So this is the mathematical presentation of this equation. Okay, now by solving this equation, we can find the value of x, and x is what? X is the number of toys produced in that day, and we can find the values of cost of toys. Clear? So I hope you understand how to form a quadratic equation by the given information. So after this, let's move to the next example, and the next example is Rohan's mother is 26 years. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. We would like to find Rohan's present age. Okay, students, now we can see that ages related problems can be solved by quadratic equations. So now Rohan's mother age is 26 years older than him. So first of all, let age of Rohan. Age of Rohan is x years. Clear? Now, then his mother age is, Rohan's mother age it is equals to, Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. That means she is 26 plus x years. Clear? The product of their ages 3 years from now. After 3 years, product of their ages. So after 3 years, Rohan's age is x plus 3, and after 3 years, his mother age is 26 plus x plus 3, that is equals to 29 plus x. Clear? So now according to question, the product of their ages after 3 years, that is x plus 3 multiplied by 29 plus x, and it is equals to 360. It is equals to 360. So this is 29x plus x square plus 29 multiplied by 3 is equal to 87 plus 3x is equals to 360. Clear? Now it is equals to x square, 3x plus 29x is equals to 32x, and plus 87 minus 360 equal to 0. So when we solve this, we will get x square plus 32x, and it is equals to minus 3 and 273. It is equals to 273. equals to 0. Clear? So this is the final quadratic equation. So now this is the mathematical representation of this given information. So after this, let's move to the next, and this is the last example of word problems. A train travel a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 3 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of train. So we can say that we can use quadratic equation in the questions of time and distance questions. So now a train travel a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. So let speed is equals to x kilometer per hour. Speed is equals to x kilometer per hour. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, that means x minus 8, then it would have take 3 hours more to cover the same distance. Okay, so initially let time taken, or we can say required time, is y hour. Then we can say that y is equal to, that means time is equal to distance divided by speed, and the distance is 480 kilometer and speed is x. So we can write y is equal to 480 divided by x. So the unit of y is equals to hour. Clear? Now in the next condition it is given that if the speed had been 8 km less, so now the new speed is x minus 8, then time taken is 3 hours more than the previous time. So now y plus 3, this is the new time. Distance is same, so it is 480, and the distance is what, speed is what, speed is x minus, it is x minus 8. Clear? Now when we solve this, what will we get? Y plus 3 multiply by x minus 8 is equals to 480, and when we solve this, what will we get? Xy minus 8y plus 3x minus 24 is equals to 480. It is equals to 480. Now let's replace the value of y as 480 divided by x. Okay, we cannot require k here. We does not require k here. So x multiply by y is what? Y is 480 divided by x minus 8 multiply by 480 divided by x plus 3x minus 24 is equals to 480. So this x and x is cancelled out. So when we solve by taking the LCM x, then what will we get? It is 480x minus it is 3840 plus 3x square minus 24x is equals to 480x. Clear? Now it is equals to 3x square, and when we take x common, then it is 480 minus 24, and we can transfer this 480 here, so it is 480, and we have minus 3840 equal to 0. So this 480 and 480 is cancelled out. So what will we have here? 3x square minus 24x minus 3840 equal to 0. So this is the mathematical equation. This is the mathematical equation of the given information. Clear? So students, I hope now you can form a quadratic equation, or we can say mathematical equation, by the given information. So after this, let's move to the next. And the next example is, we have to check that these given these given equations are quadratic equation or not. Okay, what is the quadratic equation? Equation, or we can say that a polynomial whose degree is 2 equated to 0. So first of all, let's solve first equation. Here we have x plus 1 square is equal to 2 time of x minus 3. Clear? Now when we solve this, it is equals to x square plus 1 plus 2x is equals to 2x minus 6. This 2x and 2x is cancelled out, so it is equals to x square plus 7 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic polynomial because degree of this polynomial is 2 and it is equate to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. Clear? Now let's solve this. Here we have x minus 2 multiply by x plus 1, it is equals to x minus 1 multiply by x plus 3. Clear? Now it is equals to x square plus x minus 2x minus 2 equals to x square plus 3x minus x minus 3. Clear? Now this x square and x square is cancelled out, and here we have minus x minus 2 plus 2x minus 3. So when we solve this, it becomes 3x minus 1 equal to 0. Now here this is a linear equation. This is a linear equation. This is not a quadratic equation. This is not a quadratic equation. Clear? So students, after this, let's move to the next example, and the next is, we have to check that this equation is quadratic or not. This is very interesting example. Students, if we observe here, the degree of this expression is 2. So we can call this expression or this equation is quadratic equation. But there is a problem. And what is this problem? Here the coefficient of, here the exponent of x is 1 by 2. If exponent of x is 1 by 2, then this is not whole number. This is not whole number. And we study that for the polynomial, the exponent of every variable, it should be a whole number. So we can say that this expression is not a polynomial. So if this is not a polynomial, then this is not a quadratic equation. This is not a quadratic equation. Clear? I hope you understand why it is not a quadratic equation. So after this, let's move to the next, and the next is x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1, and it is equals to x minus 2 whole cube. So it is equals to x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1, and it is equals to x minus 2 whole cube. Clear? Now when we solve this, it is equals to x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1, and it is equals to x minus 2 whole cube. We know that a minus b whole cube is equals to a cube minus b cube minus 3ab a minus b. Okay, so here we can write it as x cube minus 2 cube minus 3 time of x multiplied by 2 and x minus 2. So when we solve this, what will we get? X cube minus 8 minus 6x multiplied by x minus 2, or we can write it as x cube minus 8 minus 6x square plus 12x. Clear? Now it is equals to x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1. Clear? And this x cube and x cube is cancelled out, and here we have minus 4x square and here we have minus 6x square. So when we transfer this here, what will we get? It is 2x square. Now here we have minus x and here we have plus 2 12x. So when we transfer it here, we will get minus 13x. Okay, now here we have 1 and here we have minus 8. So when we transfer this here, then what will we get? Plus 8. So it is 8 plus 1, 9. So this is the final expression, and this expression is quadratic equation because degree is 2 and all the exponent of x is whole number. Clear? So this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. Clear? So students, I hope you understand how to determine given expression or given equation is a quadratic equation or not. So students, in previous example, the given equation appears to be a cubic equation. When we observe that equation directly, this is a cubic equation. But when we solve this equation, we get this is a quadratic equation. So students, sometime we require to solve the equation to determine it is quadratic or not. Clear? So as you can see, often we need to simplify the given equation before deciding whether it is quadratic or not. So I hope now you understand how to determine the equation is quadratic or not. So after this, let's move to the next topic, and the next topic is roots of quadratic equation. What is the meaning of roots? Students, when we study about the polynomials, we talk about the zeros. What is the zeros? Zeros, value of a variable. When we replace this value in the polynomial, if polynomial equates equal to 0, then that real number of variable is a 0 of polynomial. Clear? So let's talk about the roots of quadratic equation. Let ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. X square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the standard form of quadratic equation, and a should not equal to 0 be a quadratic equation. Then a real number alpha is called a root. A real number alpha is called a root or solution of this quadratic equation if and only if it satisfies the equation, that is a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equal to 0. Here we replace x is equal to alpha in the given quadratic equation, and if a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equals to 0, then we can say that x is equal to alpha is the root of this equation, or we can say x is equal to alpha is the solution of given equation. Students, sometime in the examination it is directly asked that what is the root of this equation or solution of this equation. Okay, so now any real number which satisfy the given quadratic equation is called the root of quadratic equation. Clear? Now in the polynomial chapter we learned that if x is equal to alpha satisfy the quadratic polynomial px, that means p alpha is what? Value of the polynomial at x is equal to alpha. If p alpha equal to 0, then alpha is what? Alpha is zeros of polynomial px. Clear? And this means that zeros of quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c and root of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 are the same. Don't be confused between the zeros and roots. There is a difference between zeros and roots. It is only that zeros is defined for polynomial particularly and roots are defined for equations. Clear? Now, a quadratic equation can have at most two real roots. Quadratic equation can have at most two real roots. Okay, let's see about this. A quadratic equation is satisfied by exactly two value of x which may be real or imaginary. Okay, if you talk about the roots, the quadratic equation have at most two real roots. At most two real roots, or we can say that exactly two values of x, it is either real or imaginary. If you talk about the real, then the roots are at most two. For example, this is equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Clear? Now, if a is not equal to 0, if a is not equal to 0, then this equation has two roots. If a is not equal to 0, then this equation has two roots. If a equals to 0, a equals to 0 and b is not equal to 0, then it becomes a linear equation. So this have only one root. If a equals to 0 and b equals to 0 and c is not equal to 0, then this equation has no solution, or we can say no roots. This is contradictory condition. This is contradictory condition. Clear? And students, the last case is if a equal to 0, b equal to 0 and c equal to 0. That means all the coefficients are 0 and all the constant terms are 0. Then it becomes an identity. It becomes identity. And identity is satisfied for any real number. So this condition has infinite roots. Infinite roots. Okay, sometimes in the competitive examinations directly questions ask from the property of identity, and if given expression or given equation is an identity, then all the coefficient and constant term should be 0. Clear? Now, after this, let's move to the examples, and the first example is determine whether the given values are the solution of given equation or not. Here we have we have equation a square x square minus 3abx plus 2b square equal to 0. This is given quadratic equation, and we have two values of x. We have to check that these are the roots or not. So first of all, let's check for x is equal to a divided by b. And students, we know that any real number of variable, any real value of variable is root of equation if it satisfy it. So now let's put x is equal to a divided by b. So it becomes a square divided by b square minus 3a multiply by 3ab multiply by a divided by b plus 2b square equal to 0. Clear? Now here it is equals to a power 4 divided by b square, and here this b and b is cancelled out, and it is equals to minus 3a square plus 2b square equal to 0. So when we solve this, it is equals to a power 4 minus 3a square plus 2b power 4 equals to 0. Students, there this side is 0, but this side is not equal to, this is not equal to 0. So this is not, this not, the value of x is equal to a divided by b not satisfy this equation. So we can say that x divided by a by b is not solution of equation, or we can say it is not a root of this equation. Clear? Now let's talk about the second value of x, and it is, so students, after this let's discuss some interesting questions which are related to basic concept of roots of equation. So the first example is, determine whether the given values are the solution of the given equation or not. Solutions means these are the roots or not. So students, equation is a square x square minus 3abx plus 2b square equals to 0. Okay, and we have to identify that these two values are zeros or not, and if this satisfy this equation, then we can say that these two values are roots or solution of this equation. So first of all, let's check for x is equals to a divided by b. X is equals to a divided by b. So it is equals to a square multiplied by a square divided by b square. When we replace x is equal to a divided by b, minus 3ab a multiply a divided by b plus 2b square. Okay, now here it becomes a power 4 divided by b square, minus this b and b is cancelled out, so it is equals to 3a square plus 2b square. Clear? Now it is equals to a power 4 minus 3a square b square plus 2b power 4 divided by b square. We solve it by taking LCM b square. Clear? So students, this is not equals to 0. This is not equal to 0, and there this side we have equal to 0. So we can say that x is equal to a divided by b is not satisfy this equation. So we can say that x divided by b is not a root of equation. Okay, so x is equal to a divided by b is not a root of, or we can say not a solution of given equation. So now let's check for x is equals to b divided by a. Clear? Now equation is a square multiplied by x square, and the value of x square is b square divided by a square, minus 3ab multiplied by b divided by a plus 2b square equal to 0. Okay, now minus 3ab multiplied by b divided by a plus 2b square equals to 0. When we solve this, this a square and a square is cancelled out, this a and a is cancelled out. So what will we get? B square minus 3b square plus 2b square equals to 0, and this b square and 2b square becomes 3b square minus 3b square, and this is 0 equals to 0. What it means? It means x is equal to b by a satisfy this equation. So we can say that this is a root of equation. Here for this equation, the first value of x, that is a divided by b, is not a root of equation, but x is equal to b by a is the root of this equation. Clear? So students, after this example, let's move to the next example, and the next example is, so students, after this let's move to the next example, and the next example is also related to roots or solution of equation. So the next example is, find the values of p and q for which x is equals to 3 and x is equal to -2 are the roots of equation. In the previous example, we have two values of x and we have to determine these are the roots or not. In this question, we have two values and these two values are the roots of equation, and we have to find these unknown quantities. So we have a equation px square plus qx minus 6 equals to 0, and x is equal to 3 and x is equal to -2 are the roots of this equation. If these are the roots of this equation, then these two values of x satisfy this equation. So for x is equals to 3, if x is equal to 3 we replace in this equation, then it is equals to 3 square multiplied by p plus q multiplied by 3 minus 6 equals to 0, and it is equals to 9p plus 3q minus 6 equals to 0. Let this is equation 1. Clear? Now let's replace x is equal to -2, because x is equal to -2 is also the root of this equation, so it is also satisfy the given equation. So p multiplied by -2 square plus q multiplied by -2 minus 6 equals to 0. When we solve this, what will we get? 4p minus 2q minus 6 equals to 0. Let this is equation 2. Now students, we get two linear equations and the variable is p and q. So now we can solve these equations by equating coefficients. Okay, here we have 3q and here we have -2q. Then first of all, multiply equation 1 by 3 by 2 and equation 2 by 3 and add them. Okay, so first of all let's multiply equation 1 by 2. Then what will we get? 18p plus 6q minus 12 equal to 0, and when we multiply by equation 2 by 3, it is equals to 12p minus 6q minus 18 equals to 0. So when we add these two equations, this 6q and 6q is cancelled out, and 18 plus 12, that is equal to 30p minus 18 plus 12 again 30, so minus 30 equal to 0. So 30p equals to 30, or we can say p is equal to 1. P is equals to 1. So now we get the value of p, that is 1. So by using any one equation we can find the value of q also. So from equation 1, 9 p value is 1, so 9 plus 3q is minus 6 equals to 0. So when we solve this, it is equals to 3 plus 3q equals to 0, or we can say that 3 equals to minus 3q, or q equals to minus 1. So for this question, the value of p is 1 and the value of q is minus 1. Clear? So students, I hope you understand this question. So after this, let's talk about your today's assignment. And students, your today's assignment is, you have to revise the chapter polynomial. You have to revise chapter polynomials, because quadratic equation is related to polynomial. So you have to revise polynomial chapter today. Clear? So students, now we have to finish today's class here, and in this class we discuss about the introduction to quadratic equation and what is the roots or solution of equation. In next class, we discuss about how to solve quadratic equations, and we discuss some methods to solve quadratic equations. So thank you and have a nice day.